the 2018 the year, during that floods, I thought Kerala is going to be drowned, washed out completely. That's what I thought. I never claimed that I did something. I did something because I thought it's my responsibility, and I was among hundreds of other youngsters who did that. But just because I am an actor, this news got out, and people started appreciating me for a while. Once the floods was over, it just U-turned, and people started calling me Flood Star. I was being trolled. I was becoming a meme. It was very painful back then. For me, I'm not bothered about the screen time or anything. My dream is always to be a good actor. I am always trying to improve myself as an actor. Stardom or box office figures, it's not my concern. Hello, hi, I'm Tovino Thomas. You are watching me on midday.com.
Hello, welcome to Midday. I'm Atulya, and today in conversation we have the Tovino Thomas with us. Welcome to midday.com, Tovino.
Thank you, Atulya.
How are you doing?
I'm good, on cloud 9.
Yeah. So now it just released outside of India right now, 2018. What are the kind of responses that you're getting from people outside of Kerala?
From Kerala itself, we are getting a very beautiful response. People are loving the movie, loving every performances, every technical aspect of the movie. This doesn't happen always. Like almost 100% positive reviews. That too in this era of social media. It's very hard to see, and outside Kerala also people are loving the movie. Number of screens are being increased, and today I got a poster telling it's the first Malayalam movie releasing in Estonia. And a week back I was in Estonia, so I'm even more excited. The list is getting bigger and bigger. Even in Kerala, the number of theaters, every day it's getting bigger and bigger, and every day the late night shows and all. It's a rare phenomenon. The phenomenal response from people, and I'm very much thankful to everyone who loved this movie, supported this movie, and to everyone who worked in this movie. It was not very easy to make this movie. It was almost impossible to recreate that floods and stuff, and all these people worked in the movie. Everyone, the artists, everyone, actors, every actor worked in this movie is busy with their own projects. They all coming together to associate in a movie. It's a very sweet gesture. It's just because this movie is an emotion for everyone. Every day I'm getting videos of kids crying and people clapping after every show. So this is something new for all of us, and Malayalam cinema is back.
So when the director Jude approached you for the film, what were your initial thoughts? Because you were also, actively taking part in the rescue work also back in
My
2018.
initial thought was, no bro, I'm not doing this movie. People will misinterpret it in a different way. Without me doing anything itself, like I've done my best as a Malayali, as a Iringalakudakaran. I'm from Iringalakkuda, and almost 90% of the people in Kerala were involved in rescue operations or relief activities and everything. I'm just one among them. I never claimed that I did something. I did something because I thought it's my responsibility, and I was among hundreds of other youngsters who did that. But just because I am an actor, this news got out, and people started appreciating me for a while. Once the floods was over, I don't know how it just U-turned, and people started calling me Flood Star. It was very painful back then because I can touch my heart and tell I never did anything wrong to anyone during that time. But still, I was being trolled. I was becoming a meme, and I was considered as a bad omen. Like it went on like that. Yeah, it went on like that. I don't know who propagated it, but I don't know. Maybe someone did it just for fun, but I'm a human being. I have emotions. I was hurt, so I told Jude Anthony, the director, no, bro, I'm not involving in anything. I just want to be at peace. So I'm not doing this movie. That's what I said. Because if I do that movie, this people will start calling this. Not everyone in Kerala. I have to mention it. It's a very small percentage of the people, but it's about me, so I can be hurt. And what happens is, in this post-truth era, what happens is when someone is forwarding something, If you read it and if you find it funny, you will forward it. But the one who wrote it might have some propaganda. You might not have any propaganda, but you just forwarded it and it became a tool. This can happen, like especially when WhatsApp forwards come, this can happen. So I don't blame anyone. It's very funny as long as it's about someone else, but for me it was about me. It was not funny. Okay. And so I told him I don't want to be part of any controversy. I don't want to be like dealing with all these things. I've other movies committed and I'm doing that. And Jude Anthony said, only if you are doing this movie, I'm planning to do it. You have to be part of this, or else I'm not doing it. And I told, bro, don't tell me, because I can be emotionally manipulated very easily. So I said, bro, it's not that. It's just because I had to go through all these things and I don't want to do it again. Then he told me, just listen to the script. He narrated me the script. He gave the script, and I read it and I cried. And that's when I decided, okay, whatever people say, I want to be part of this amazing movie. And I trusted him because I asked him, how are we going to recreate the floods? It's not very easy. But he said, I have some techniques. And I asked him, what is a technique? And he didn't tell me. Maybe because if he had already told the technique, I would have opted out, because his plan was to make a huge water tank in a 12 acres land, and all the houses which our art director made, it was kept in the water, and it was a huge tank. And 45 days I was immersed in water until here. And we had so much night shoots with water, rain, and propellers at 2 o'clock in the night or 3 o'clock in the night. I had fever, cold, our immunity. After a point, our immunity gets affected. After 1 week of continuous rain and being in the water, our immunity, we lose our immunity. Then I had ear infection, and when I had ear infection, I went and met a doctor, ENT doctor, and told him I cannot sleep. It's severe pain, and he said, he checked and he said, okay, now it's fine. It hasn't become worse. You have to go have an antibiotic, do an antibiotic course, and then you have to take painkillers for at least 2 days if you want to sleep, and also make sure that no water goes inside your ears. And I told him, from tomorrow our underwater shoot is starting, so I cannot say no to that. And so I took painkillers, did the shoot, then took the antibiotic course, and I'm fine. But now when I look back, I don't have that severe ear pain now, but I have a very successful movie now. So whatever difficulties we had to go through had paid off. So when he explained me about the movie, the emotion of the movie, what he went through during the floods, and when we discussed, we had a lot of stories to tell about what happened during the floods. And everyone in Kerala, either they have experienced something like that, or they have heard, or they have seen someone else experiencing that. So this is not an alien thing. It's something that is relatable to everyone in Kerala, and it's basic human emotion. So I think people outside Kerala also will be able to relate to it. And floods is nothing new to anyone in India. Like we hear that, like once in a while, there is floods there. We hear that. So maybe everyone will be able to relate to it.
Like you said, it's also, you have to relive the entire moment that you already lived once.
We literally did that,
Yeah, you
but
did,
for
no?
floods it was just 4-5 days or 1 week. But for shoot it was
But still,
one
the
and a
mental
half
toll on
month.
you also as a character to just get into that zone was it
At,
difficult?
at certain point when I was shooting with the rain unit and with the water, I was in this boat, and I literally got chills thinking of whatever we went through. We had not forgotten it, but we don't want to remember it again and again. But every day of this shoot, we used to go back to the memories, and I used to text my friends who were with me back then. Sometimes I get the same feeling. Good that it ended. Like, I still wonder how we survived it, because at some point in 2018, not the movie, in the 2018, the year during that floods, I thought it is the end. This is going to be the end. Kerala is going to be drowned, washed out completely. That's what I thought. But it's a miracle. It's a magic. Like, or people stood together and fought against it. Not only the people, the government, everyone stood together and fought against it. And that was not enough. The nature was kind enough to leave us alone. After a point, the water went back to the seas, and but still, a lot of them lost their lives. Lots of them lost whatever they had. I know a family who had many cows and hens, and that was their source of income. Everything perished, and they had to start from the scratch. A lot of them lost their houses. Even after that, I think people supported each other, and they were ready to give whatever they have. They were ready to share whatever they have. So during the shoot, when I see water, people walking with, it's all art properties, and water is filled by us. We know that, but that image brings back the memories.
So even for this film, no, I think Malayalam cinema's one of the finest actors have come together as well. And I know you have been asked this multiple times about sharing screens with other actors. You easily do that. But I want to know, does this also help you improve your craft when you share screens with so many other actors?
See, for me, I'm not bothered about the screen time or anything, because I just don't want to be a star. So for me, this is easy. I just want to make sure that whatever I'm doing is right. I does my part to perfection. I don't have to worry about anything else. I am not insecure, or I'm not worried about other actors being in a multi-starrer. Even if you look at my filmography, I've done this many times. And even if it's a solo movie of mine, I don't mind other actors in the same movie performs well. I think everything is an add-on to the movie. If I've done my part well, if someone else has done better than that, it's fine. It's for the same movie. We are in the same team. I'm always a team player. That's why I'm able to be part of movies like Virus or This or Uire. So I'm very much open to work in multi-starrers. When I read that all the actors has performed well, I read it in a lot of reviews. Every actor in this movie, even the smallest actor in this movie, they have performed well. That is our team winning clothes, and every player in the team is being appreciated. What more can we ask for? Like, I'm very happy about everyone getting equal appreciation, everyone getting deserving recognition. Not only the actors, the technicians, the cinematographer, the editor, the background score, the music director, the art director. The art director and director, they designed the whole set, and the things which we thought is almost impossible, this design helped us to execute it. And the producers, I'm very happy that they are getting back their money, because they trusted the vision of director, and they stood like a rock behind the director, and throughout the production they were very supportive. Maybe this movie, everyone put in their 100% genuine efforts. That's why we are getting the payback. I used to be a sportsman, so I know when I'm in a team, I cannot play a self game. I'm a team player always, and I don't mind others getting recognition. I've been doing that for a while, and I've only had progress in my career.
So Tovino, I was asking, like, how do you select a film now? Like, if you just look at your films in the last 1 year, everything has been very different from one another. So what is your process? What do you look for? Whether it's Vashi, Tallumala, Naradan, what do you look for it?
I look for different kind of movies with different kind of characters. I just want to explore my true potential. I don't know what is my potential. In every movie, I'm learning something new, and I'm finding out that I can do this, I can do that. Before Tallumala, I have never danced. Now at least I could manage as if I'm dancing. I acted as if I'm dancing. That's what I tell my friends. I'm not a dancer, but I'm an actor. I will do that too. Any movie, if I have to learn something new, I'll at least try to learn that. I'm open to learning new things now. So after Menal Mur, I decided I don't want to be growing higher and higher. I want to spread
Expand
my
your work profile,
like, yeah. I'm don't do movies for box office results. I do movies for my satisfaction as an actor. At the same time, I make sure that my producer doesn't go bankrupt. So, if I feel that this movie is not going to perform so well in the box office, I'll not ask for the full salary. I have done that. You can check with my producers. I tell my salary, I ask my salary depending on the movies. Movies shouldn't be solely based on one actor or actors in it. Movie should speak. Actor is just one part of that movie, just like any other technician or any or the director or like anyone else working in that movie. Actor is just a tool. So I know that, and I believe that two movies of mine, if one is made with 10 crores and another one is made with 30 crores, I cannot expect the same business for the 10 crore movie as we get for the 30 crore movie. So it's not the actor. The deciding factor is the content of the movie. And before selecting a movie, for me, there are three aspects. It should be entertaining. It should be having artistic values. It should make money because money is involved. It's a business too. It's a business, it's an art form, it's an entertainment medium. If all these three aspects are being served, I think it's a full success. If any one aspect of this is not served, I call it a partial failure or a partial success. For me to make sure all these things, it's very hard. I'm just an actor. I'm just someone who works in movies, and I don't know the future. So it's just trial and error. But I don't want to repeat myself. Not even I don't want to do similar movies again and again. I want to do different kind of movies, different kind of characters, be unpredictable, so that I'll not get bored. Audience will not get bored. I'll have something new to offer every time I come with a movie. My decisions are not just solely based on the box office. Before selecting a movie, I'll try my best to put in my 100% effort. But not every movie is going to perform well in box office. Certain movies we do for its artistic values. So those movies might perform well in a festival circle, film festivals. It might not work well in theaters. Those are different kind of movies, different genres of movies, and people with different taste enjoys different kinds of movies. I know people who enjoy these festival circle movies because I've been to a lot of film festivals and I love watching such movies. Those might be slow, those might be having long takes, and as an artist I love watching that movie. As an audience I love watching that movie. I enjoy that, and whenever I'm able to support such kind of movies, I do that. So when such movies comes to me, what I do is I'll join the production and I'll work for free and I'll be one of the producers. I've never produced a movie which made so much money because I didn't want to go and approach any other producer for such movies. So I'll tell, okay, I'll invest or I'll not take any salary, let's do this movie because I want such movies to happen. And in that process, I'm learning something new. Like when I'm doing mainstream commercial cinema, I'm working in one particular kind of atmosphere. But the artistic cinemas, we have long takes, and I worked with Sanal Kumar Seshidharan in Vazhakku, and we had 12 to 15 days of shoot. One day we'll take one shot, but one shot will be 15 to 20 minutes long. So as an artist, it was a new experience for me. I haven't gone to film school. I'm not from theater background, so I haven't done that ever before, like carrying a character for 15-20 minutes. But once I was done with that movie, I learned something new too. Now I can carry the character for a while in front of the camera. I know how to improvise. A lot of things we learn, and I worked with Dr. Biju in Adrisha Jalagangal, and it was entirely a different school to work with. And whatever I learned from those schools, I'm using in the commercial mainstream cinema also. So art movies and commercial cinema, it should coexist. And this is not my idea. I'm not the one who found this way of doing the films. When we look at our pioneers, look at Mamuka and Laletan, how they have done this. Like they had always kept that balance between art cinema and commercial cinema. I am just following their footsteps. This is not some new theory I have derived. I am just following their footsteps. And I think it's my responsibility to do different kind of movies. I don't think it is going to affect my career or affect my dream, because my dream is always to be a good actor. I am always trying to improve myself as an actor. Stardom or box office figures, it's not my concern. Box office figures, it's not an actor's job to worry about that. It's the producer's job. An actor's job is to do their job perfectly and support the producers by going for the promotions and in whichever ways they can support them. And if the movie is not doing well, we can slash our remuneration and do a lot of things to support them. Not to worry about the box office figures. It's not my job to do that. If I start worrying about the box office figures, I cannot concentrate in my own work. I always concentrate in my own work. For every other work, for the direction or editing or any other work in the cinema, there is an artist for that. There is a technician for that. There is a producer or there is a trained person for that. For me, my job is to act. I act. That's it.
Well, even though you've done a variety of roles, has there ever been a time where all your criteria is like tick marked, but then you still be like, I'm not convinced I can do this role? Has it ever happened?
See, I always try. I'll never chicken out thinking that I'll not be good in this role. If I start doing that, how many characters will I lose? Just imagine every character, every challenging character, I'll leave it. I'll lose all those characters. So I was considered to play the Sahityagaran in Neelavelacham by Ashiketan. So it is something that I have never done before, and that movie, as Bhargavi Nilayam was made in 1964, I knew that however good we do that, there will be a comparison. Even though we were doing a tribute to 1964 movie Bhargavi Nilayam, we had this probability of people judging us compared to that movie, and this comparison. That's why I don't like remakes at all. This I didn't even consider as a remake. It's a reimagination or a tribute by new age people for the old age people, like old age cinema, like 1964. The first thought I had was, okay, will I be criticized? Will I be compared? I thought that, but immediately I thought, okay, what if they compare? What if they criticize? I'm doing my job. I'm not being lazy. I'm not being irresponsible. I do my work to the fullest. So then I know that, and I don't have to prove that to anyone else. So I don't want to accept failures without trying. Even if it's a failure, I don't mind. I tried. But Neelavelacham, I got very good critical acclaim. Jay Mohan sir, Jay Mohan sir is a very renowned writer in Malayalam and Tamil. He wrote Orimuri and many other books and many other scripts. He has met Vaikam Mohammed Bashir in his younger age. Even Vaikam Mohammed Bashir blessed Jay Mohan sir to become a renowned writer. So Jay Mohan sir sent this voice message to Ashiketan telling, please tell your payan, that's me, that he has done an excellent job. I've seen Bashir and I could see Bashir in him, and he has done it very convincingly. The pain, the depression, the solitude, everything he has performed well. And that is like the biggest award I can get. Like so many messages from so many people who I admire. I still believe that that was the best decision that I could take, and I am confident enough. Nowadays, I am confident enough to take up any role, however challenging it be. I know I'll try my 100 best. It becoming successful or not successful, it's not in my hands, but trying is in my hands. I'll do that.
When you play grey characters or negative characters, you had your own fair share of characters you've done over the years. So, Do you worry about how people perceive it, especially in today's time? People know, like, oh, this is glorification or this is that. So, do you
Just
think
an
about
actor.
that?
I'm just an actor. I
But
cannot.
that's from your point of view, but people might perceive it in any manner.
I cannot do anything. I can. I cannot be responsible for that. Like, I want to explore my true potential, as I told before. So, if I keep on doing similar characters, how will I know what else I can do? So I play good characters. I play bad characters. I mean, ideal characters, grey characters. There is no good and bad. Everyone is in grey. Like I can be as innocent as Anoop or Jason from 2018 or Menal Mur, and I can be cruel and brutal like Shaji in Kala. So, I'm enjoying my different kind of characters I'm able to perform.
You also turned producer with Kala. What kind of films do you plan to back, and are you going to introduce newcomers?
Definitely, newcomers, they'll always have something fresh to uh, like cater to the audience. Kala, the reason why I produced Kala was we were all sitting at home simply without any work during pandemic, and it was open to shoot with 50 members in a crew, and we decided to do a movie. And the idea Rohit pitched to me was very interesting, and me, Rohit, and Akhil, the cinematographer of that movie, we used to do short films back in 2011. So we thought, okay, why can't we do this? And we decided not to go to any producer and give all the burden of this experimental movie. It's an experimental movie. We decided to bring in the producer of Forensic, which we had done just before that. Forensic cinematographer was again Akhil. So we told the producer, could you invest just the shooting cost? I didn't take any salary, Akhil didn't take any salary, or Rohit didn't take any salary. And our promise to the producer was, you spend the shooting amount, once you get the returns, you take your money, like whatever you have spent, you take money, and if there is anything left, we'll share it. That's the offer we gave him. And till date, me or Rohit or Akhil, we haven't got a single penny, and the producer hasn't lost even a single rupee. But we all could be part of a beautiful movie. After a point, after it got released in Amazon Prime, we started getting raving reviews. You might have seen it online. So that gave us a certain level of satisfaction which money cannot give. And I think Kala and Forensic, all these movies gave me an address in the minds of audience outside Kerala before Minal Murali. And I think all my movies are happening in the right places. Like it'll keep on happening, and I'll learn new things. I'll learn from my mistakes, and I'll improve myself, and then right projects will come up, like how Minal Murali came up, or how Tallumala came up last year, and how 2018 came up. And I trust 2000 after 2018, my next release would be Armm. I think that will also. I have very high hopes on that movie.
So ARM, it looks like it's been mounted on a big scale also.
It's a big, big scale in terms of Malayalam industry.
Malayalam industry.
Yeah.
But still, do you think the impact will be similar to what RRR did for Telugu cinema or KGF or Kantara did for Kannada?
See, we cannot predict anything, and I wish or I dream of everyone loving that movie, and I cannot insist you should like this movie. I cannot insist anyone. As far as I know, the movie has come out well. The editor, after the first edit, he called me, and he is a very good friend of mine. He is someone who can criticize on my face. That's the kind of relation I have with him. So he called me up, and he is very happy about everything about that movie. So I trust him. I haven't seen it yet, but the post production is going on, and while doing itself, we had this very good feeling about whatever we were doing. Hopefully, it will work for majority of the audience, and that's what I want. And I'll do my best to make this movie reach everywhere. Like even before the release, I want this movie ARM to be released all over the world on the same day in different languages, if possible, in maximum number of languages with dubbing or subtitle. How Menal Mur released in Netflix, I want the same thing to happen for ARM in theaters. But it's not very easy coming from Malayalam industry. We usually release the movies for Malayali diaspora all over the world. But I want to go beyond that. Not only for the Malayali diaspora, I want to release that movie for everyone in the world. And whoever want to watch that movie, whoever likes such movies, it has a treasure hunt or action sequences or romance or emotions or revenge. Whatever you can include in a movie, we have everything in that movie. So let's see. Like I can be ambitious. Yeah, I can be ambitious. If that doesn't work, that's not my last movie. I have more movies lined up.
So lastly, I wanted to ask you about Menal Murli, the kind of appreciation the film got. Will the sequel be on a much larger scale and will it release in theaters?
We want to release it release it in theaters itself. It deserves a theatrical release. Even Menal Murli 1 deserved a theatrical release, but we didn't have much options. Back then, the circumstance, the 50% limit in the theaters, so we wanted to do justice to that movie, and the only option we had was Netflix. And Netflix has done a tremendous job in the promotions and how they placed Menal Murli. So I want Menal Murli 2 to be released in theaters, and I want Netflix to acquire the OTT rights too, so that Menal Murli 1 and 2 can be in the same OTT platform.
Looking forward to that now.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
it's still in a very preliminary stage.
Okay. So like still in pre-production.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you so much for your time, Tovino.
Right.
Lovely talking to you.
Thank you.
Subscribe to Midday India. Get direct notifications on all our videos by clicking on the bell icon.